50-50 fight for me. Spence edged it out. Without the knockdown, I was going to be picking Porter to win the fight. But with the knockdown, I agree with the decision. But what a fight, man. What a fight. I was just glad to be in the building.
What's the next logical step for a Spence and a Porter from here?
Porter, I mean, Spence moves on to probably fight Pacquiao. I think Porter should probably either have a rematch with Keith Thurman. I think that's the perfect fight for both of them. Rematch Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. I feel like that just makes the most business sense right now, being that they're both coming off losses, but they still put on great performances, and so put them two together and see who comes out on top the second time.
You had Porter winning right before the knockdown.
Yep.
What was separating Porter in your eyes from Spence?
Well, Porter was going from the outside to the inside and doing what he wanted in both places. Like he was landing good shots from the outside, then he would come to the inside, he'd be roughing him up, landing good body shots, and I felt like he was controlling the fight. Had Errol in a place he had never been in before. But Errol, like a dog, he stayed in it, and they both had to be in amazing shape to just compete in that type of fight for 12 rounds straight.
You was on the card, man. You look very good compared to your last two outings. What changes did you make to look as good as you did today?
Really, to be honest, the biggest thing we changed was the weight cut. The weight cut process, we had to hone in on that. The pros are different. Weight can make you feel sluggish in the ring, and we got that figured out. Consulted with some of the top experts in the game, including actually Chris Algieri, who's also a nutritionist for a lot of fighters, and we got that straight. I came out feeling like an animal tonight, so I'm just thankful to be able to come out and put on a show and kind of bury that last performance.
What's next for you? What's next for you? Want to be on?
I think I'm either going to fight in December or possibly January, starting next year. So I don't know exactly which one is which yet, but I'll be coming up soon for sure.
Yeah, you were facing some harsh criticism in your last two outings. Kind of pretty sure you shut the critics up in this one. How do you feel about just giving this type of performance coming off those last two?
I just thank God for it, man. I'm happy to be here in this platform. I don't care about the critics. None of my critics have been in my position before. And I bounced back from a tough performance where I was able to eke out and dig deep and come out and win a dogfight. That just only made me better and made me mentally stronger. I had to get right back in the gym, make my adjustments, and I came in and felt like a superstar tonight. If I would have felt like I felt tonight, I would have, the whole last fight would have been a completely different story.
So tell me, what's the difference between the amateurs and the pros, in your opinion?
Well, the amateurs, it doesn't really matter necessarily how you do a weight cut or how you do, or how you rehydrate or how you do those things the day after the weigh-in or after the weigh-in, because it's only a 3-round fight. Like, it's rounds. It's when the rounds get later that you really start to feel it. I felt it actually right off the bat in my last couple fights. That my legs, I didn't have any legs. I just felt dead and weak. This fight I came out and I was like, I knew something was different. My shots were just flying. My feet were great. I just felt great.
Of course, the Sheldon's having problems with social media. Are you having the same problems? People criticizing you like the last two outings? They said?
No, not at all. I don't give that any attention at all. Like I said, why would I give attention to people on social media when they're not in my shoes? They've never done anything on this level where it takes as much as boxing does from you. You gotta boxing. You have to give 110%, and sometimes that's not even enough. But people on typing on their little computers don't realize that. So why would I give it any respect at all? I don't care what they say.
After a real good, competitive, and awkward guy like Sean Porter, with Errol Spence winning, what do you think of like a Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao fight? Does that change your view on that?
I think that I'd still have to give the edge to Errol, but Pacquiao showed he's still a live dog. So I think that it's going to take Errol having to do the same thing, come in, adjust, because I think Manny's an awkward guy, and I think Manny would give Errol problems for maybe the first few rounds, and I think Errol would come in down the stretch and get the later part and probably win the fight.
Did you get to see Mario Barrios?
Yeah, man. I was screaming my head off in that fight, and I'm so happy for him. Speaking of the Twitter thugs and the critics, I know people are already going in saying he lost that fight. Just go back and watch the fight. He won the first four convincingly with the knockdown. That's 5 rounds. Then he got another knockdown in the last round. That's it. That's all you got to know. He won the fight. You know what I mean? There's no way, shape, or form that it didn't go his way. He clearly won the first 4, like I said, with the knockdown and then the knockout in the last round.
You guys
that takes greatness.
You were in the same gym and you have a lot of rounds with him. How does it feel to have? I think they're calling.
You guys mind if I pull away?
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.